it was starting to pain me to see how much money we're losing and people just don't seem aware of it. The lack of metadata, the lack of split sheets being done is the reason why a lot of money is being lost. Our creatives are losing and they don't understand that because unfortunately they're chasing gigs and stuff like. However, they're neglecting all of this, these are all revenue streams that are available to you. You just need to do what you need to do, basically. So it saddened me, actually. It's heartbreaking to me that these creatives who put in their time and their money to entertain us, they're not getting what's due to them. My name is Munya Chanetsa. Full name actually is Munya Hamandishe Yemurai Thomas Chanetsa. Originally from Zimbabwe, but based in South Africa, Johannesburg. I am the founder of MOTI, which stands for Masters of the Industry. It is a skill-sharing platform which focuses on providing the much-needed information for the business side of the music industry, let me say that. So I was at Capacity for some time, which is the Composers, Authors and Publishers Association of South Africa, to head up the licensing department. And so, I'd already been in the industry like 11 years, and I thought I had a good grip on things until I found out there's this whole world of copyright or intellectual property and publishing, and I found out that one of the biggest copyright infringement cases actually came from South Africa, which is crazy. And I was just like this, I was just overwhelmed by this. And at that moment, in the same breath, I remember thinking like, if I've been in the industry this long, and I didn't know this all existed, then what chance does Sipo or Jabulani or, what chance does anyone who wants to even enter, what chance do they have? And that's where Masters of the Industry started, that's where it started brewing. So I was at Capacity for some time, and then I got the opportunity to then join Sony Music Publishing. I was there for a period of 2 years. I had the great opportunity. Whilst I was there, I was responsible for signing Noncebo, Jerusalem, the composer and performer of Jerusalem, the global phenomenon. What a time. I've now launched Masters of the Industry, so the platform which is currently available with there's some videos just explaining just the basics. I was just like, let's just start off with the basics. And whether understanding branding, understanding who should be in your team and what are their roles, understanding the collection societies and what are their different roles and stuff. And that's when MOTI, that's when the platform was built. And yeah, that's been my career journey. I think it's evident that on this continent, we're very rich in terms of culture and music. That's why, Amapiano, what it's doing globally is insane. So creativity we've gone on lock. However, we are missing this layer of business-minded people within our industry. I just sincerely think there's not enough of us. There are not enough MOTIs, actually. And that is where things are now kind of crumbling at the core. Things that happened, and I talked about the biggest copyright infringement case. That was with Solomon Linda Mbube. And today, that song, we know it as Lion Sleeps Tonight, but things that happened in 1968 are still happening in 2023. And that's a major problem. And as I said, it's because we put too much on the creative. We've put the creative, you must create. Now you must understand contracts and go sign. Now you must go to meetings. Then you are performing. And then you have to do radio and print and do videos and then still need to read a contract. It's way too much. And that's why it's important to understand that as a creative, if you are the creative, you've got to find someone who can grow with you to learn the music business, because this is an industry. It will actually handicap you in some way, shape, or form at some point. If you don't do the basics, it will somehow come back to bite you. So the purpose of MOTI is to help at least groom this just have this layer of, as I said, MOTI Mafia, who can stand confidently beside your creative to be like, okay, because at the end of the creative is like a pyramid. The creative is the boss, and then you've got layers of your team, but people need to communicate. So you have your business manager, and your business manager is the one who's helping you make the right decisions to help you make, whether it's who you're going to distribute through, who's going to be your publisher, who's going to be in your band. It can be the basic thing. making sure just everything is put in order, making sure that when you do a song, the metadata is done correctly, making sure that the split sheets are being done properly, making sure the split sheets are being taken to the collection society. So there's all these things that have to be done. I want to be able to sign off on like multi-million-dollar deals. I want to be able to do that, but it's not something that is possible at this time because our stuff is a mess. For majority of a lot of the works, splits aren't done. So how do you value stuff? It's so hard to put a value if the admin isn't being done. It makes it hard to then for you to be able to motivate to me as to why you would want $1 million deal, because I can't track. Ultimately, that's the kind of African industry I want to be in, because deals do happen internationally. We see how much money gets made, and there's no reason as to why we're not doing it. So Rome wasn't built in a day. Slowly but surely, we just need to keep encouraging and making the information available so that we eventually can get to that stage where, yeah, the industry is really making money. So I was doing a panel discussion there. Then a person I knew in the industry approached me afterwards, and he was like, "Yo, Munya, I took the Trace course, by the way, and the certificate, I was able to utilize the certificate in a proposal that I was doing to try and do more workshops. And the certificate actually helped verify that I know what I'm doing." So, and that I have to be honest, that's probably the most significant thing. I was actually like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. So that is something extremely, for me, that was one of the most significant things I've heard. It's so important to share. That's why even also it's also on Trace Academia, it's for free, which I loved. On my Moti platform on the website, it's free as well, because I was like, there's no point in trying to charge people for this, because the information just needs to be out there so that, like, the aim is to build other Motis. I want to build, like, I'm calling the Moti Mafia. You know what I mean? Why not?